In this tutorial, you will learn how to create quiz-type exercises in HotPotatoes. From the main menu of the HotPotatoes, click on Quiz. First of all, let's take a look at various options that we have here. It's multiple choice, where learners have to select one out of several options. Short answer, where learners have to type in the answer. Hybrid, which starts as a short response but turns into a multiple choice task if learners have trouble coming up with an answer. And finally, a multi-select task, where learners can select one or more correct answers from the list. Now let's take a look at the file that I prepared for my quiz. My quiz will be on the verbs of motion. Here I have instructions and content for a multiple choice task. Here I have instructions and content for the short answer task. For the hybrid task, I will use the same exercise as the one for the short answer, but I added several multiple choice options. And finally, here is my contact for the multi-select task. Now let's go back to HotPotatoes. First of all, I will save my file in my folder as verbmotion_multi for the multiple choice task. Now I will add the title, my first question, and options. Now I will mark the correct answer as correct and add feedback. You can add as much feedback as you wish, and you can make it as detailed as you like. Now I will click here to add another question, and I will add the content exactly the same way. I will save it, and now I will add the third question. I will save my file to keep all changes. Now I will go to Options, Configure Output, and I will add my instructions. After I added my instructions, I will not have any changes for prompts or feedback, or buttons, or appearance, or timer. However, under the Other option, I will click the option to shuffle the order of answers in each question when the pane loads, and I will unclick Show Score after each correct answer. That's the setup I'd like to have here, but you can modify it based on your needs. I'll click OK to save the changes. Now that my quiz is ready to be produced, I will click File, Create Web Page, and I will click this link here, or I can simply press F6. I will save this file as verbmotion_multi.htm. Now let's see how it looks in my browser. As always, I will allow blocked content because my computer settings block some of the HotPotatoes content. And here it is. Learners can click to see the next question, or they can click the button Show All Questions and see them all in one page. To select an answer, they just have to click an answer. Now I will create a new file for my short response exercise. Here I will add the title, and I will add my content and the correct answer. I will repeat it for all three questions. I will save this file as verb_motion_answer. And when I go to Options, Configure Output, I will add my new instructions. And I will go to the other tab again, and this time I will click Include a keypad option to help the students type non-Roman characters. I will also add some more Russian letters that are randomly selected to be included on the keypad. I will click OK and save my file, and I will click the F6 button to produce my file. I will save it as verb_motion_answer. Let's see how it looks in the browser. So here the students can type in their answer by using their keyboard, or they can use the letters right here to type in their correct answer. They will need to click Enter to receive their feedback. Okay, now let's change this exercise into a hybrid format. I will save my file as verb_motion_hybrid. And I will add several more options for the students. I will save my file, and I will go to Options, Configure Output, and change my instructions. Also under Other tab, I will change the number of attempts that are allowed before a hybrid question switches to multiple choice to 3, because that's what I say in my instructions. Now I click OK, I save my file, and I produce my HTML file that will be saved as verb_motion_hybrid. Now at the beginning, the hybrid question looks exactly like the short response, but let's have 3 attempts to respond. As you can see, now the multiple choice options appear and the student can just select the correct answer. And finally, I'm going to show you how to create a multi-select task. Here I will only have one question. I will add the options. Because I have more options than just 4, I will use these buttons to include more elements. I forgot to save my file, and I will do it right now. I will save it as verb_motion_select. I will go to Options, Configure Output, and change my instructions. I will actually remove all the instructions because my question already gives the students the instructions on how to complete the task. I will click OK, and I also need to indicate which answers should be selected and add feedback. I will save all the changes and produce my file. Let's see how that looks in the browser. You can see all the options here, and the student's task is to select as many correct answers as they can find. Now let's go back one more time to my folder where I have my JQuiz exercise. As you can see, I have 4 different exercises right now that I created with one JQuiz program in HotPotatoes. This is the end of this tutorial. Thank you for your attention.